He was the face of an entire generation, the man who made wrestling mainstream, an American icon who transcended sports entertainment. But in less than 24 hours, Hulk Hogan went from legend to the most hated man in America. This is the story of how one man destroyed a 40-year legacy with words he thought no one would ever hear. This is the rise, the fall, and the controversial return of Hulk Hogan. To understand how far Hulk Hogan fell, you need to understand just how big he actually was. Born Terry Gene Bollea in 1953, Hulk Hogan wasn't just a wrestler. He was the wrestler. In the 1980s, when wrestling was transitioning from regional territories to a national phenomenon, Vince McMahon needed a superhero, and he found one. Hogan headlined the first 9 WrestleManias. He made wrestling cool. He made it mainstream. Kids wore his merchandise. Adults bought pay-per-views. He appeared on MTV, in movies, even had his own cartoon series. But here's the thing about being on top for that long. You start to believe you're untouchable, and that's exactly what Hulk Hogan thought. While the world saw the red and yellow superhero, behind the scenes, Terry Bollea was living a very different life. His marriage fell apart publicly. His son, Nick Hogan, was involved in a car crash that left his friend with permanent brain damage. His reality show exposed family dysfunction to millions. The perfect image was cracking. But Hogan had survived scandals before. Steroid allegations, backstage politics, rumors of holding younger talent back. None of it stuck. He always came back. He always won. Until 2012. That's when everything changed. In October 2012, the gossip website Gawker published excerpts from a sex tape featuring Hulk Hogan and Heather Clem, the wife of Hogan's then best friend, radio personality Bubba, the Love Sponge. The tape was recorded without Hogan's knowledge in Bubba's own home. Hogan claimed he had no idea he was being filmed. It was a massive invasion of privacy. Hogan didn't just take it. He sued Gawker Media for $100 million, claiming invasion of privacy. The trial became a media circus. Gawker argued it was newsworthy because Hogan was a public figure. Hogan argued his private life, especially one recorded without consent, wasn't public domain. In March 2016, the jury sided with Hogan. The verdict? $140 million in damages. Gawker was destroyed. The website eventually filed for bankruptcy and shut down. Hulk Hogan had won. He was vindicated. The hero had triumphed again. Or so everyone thought. Just 3 months after his victory, in July 2015, before the trial even concluded, the National Enquirer and Radar Online published something that would end Hulk Hogan's career. Transcripts from that same sex tape, but not the video, the audio. On that tape, Hogan used the N-word repeatedly. He made explicitly racist comments about his daughter dating black men. The quotes were indefensible. The reaction was immediate and brutal. Social media erupted, sponsors fled, and WWE, the company Hogan helped build, made a decision that seemed impossible just days earlier. On July 24, 2015, WWE fired Hulk Hogan. They didn't just fire him, they erased him. His merchandise was pulled, his Hall of Fame profile was removed, his matches were edited out of highlight reels. It was as if Hulk Hogan had never existed. And unlike his previous scandals, Hogan couldn't wrestle his way out of this one. There was no storyline, no comeback match, just silence. Hogan released an apology. He claimed the comments were made in a low point in his life. He said they didn't reflect who he was, but the damage was done. Here's the full statement he released. He admitted the language was offensive and inexcusable, and that he wasn't the man he thought he was, but was sorry enough. And this is where it gets complicated, because what happened next sparked a massive debate that's still going on today. Should Hulk Hogan be forgiven? So who's right? That's for you to decide. In July 2018, exactly 3 years after his firing, WWE quietly reinstated Hulk Hogan to their Hall of Fame. No announcement, no explanation, just back. 5 months later, he appeared on WWE programming for the first time. The crowd's reaction was mixed. Some cheered, some booed. Most seemed confused about whether they were allowed to like him again. Since then, Hogan has made sporadic appearances. He's done interviews. He's stayed mostly out of controversy, but his legacy remains fractured. In 2024, he appeared at a Donald Trump rally, further dividing opinion. Some saw it as a legendary celebrity supporting a candidate. Others saw it as another example of his problematic behavior. Today, Hulk Hogan exists in a strange space. He's simultaneously a legend and a cautionary tale. The man who made wrestling mainstream and the man who showed how quickly fame can disappear. So what's the truth about Hulk Hogan? Was he always this person, just hiding behind the red and yellow? Or did fame and ego corrupt someone who could have been better? Maybe he's both. maybe that's the point. Hulk Hogan's story isn't just about one man's rise and fall, it's about legacy, accountability, and whether someone who does something inexcusable can ever truly come back from it. The man who once told us to train, say our prayers, and eat our vitamins taught us a different lesson in the end. That privacy matters, words have consequences, and nobody, not even legends, are untouchable. What do you think? Does Hulk Hogan deserve forgiveness? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel.